to
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute,
sorry.
wait a minute. Since we've all been brought back here this morning, I do have a comment that I'd like to make.
Certainly.
And it's basically in regard to the situation. This has been a very, very painful undertaking. It is something that I can't imagine anybody thinking that anybody would have any pleasure in any of this. I have heard several comments. Where is this in policy? And I do want to kind of respond publicly to that. Travel reimbursement, as I've said before, is for adults. When you are sworn into the Board of Education, you are sworn in with knowing that there's got to be some common sense things that, in congruence with the law, that you are going to abide by. And policy is not needed when the law states clearly that you don't commit fraud and you don't steal. There's also an honor code that we subject our students to adhering. And in addition to the honor code, there is also parts in our policy that state for wrongdoing that ignorance of the policy is not an excuse. So I do think that for people who are concerned that this should be excused because it's not written clearly in the policy, I think that we need to look first at the letter of the law. As far as a witch hunt, I need to say this. My name is Sherry Hodges. And two things that I have heard about this being a witch hunt in regard to Ms. Savage is that she voted against the reassignment that happened on March 4th. I would like to state for the record that Ms. Savage did not vote on March 4th against the reassignment plan. Myself, Sherry Hodges, voted no against the reassignment plan. It was 8-1 on that vote. Because when you get up and you walk out of a meeting, your vote counts as yes. So that needs to be very clearly stated in the record in regard to a witch hunt in that arena. The other thing is, because there was a no vote by Ms. Savage against raises for cabinet staff, I would not even begin to dignify that with a response. And the next thing is, and the final thing is, I feel that I have been a victim to this situation because not only am I a board member who has had to spend a lot of time doing due diligence in regard to this, but I'm also a taxpayer. So everybody on this board, in my opinion, and every taxpayer is a victim of this situation. And when we seek to take the responsibility off the perpetrator for anything that it, regardless of what the situation is, when we say, well, the victim is the one who has done wrong, then there is a real problem that we need to look at. This is a microcosm situation of what is going on in our society today. And it is a painful, painful thing as I get older to watch year after year. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. If there are no other comments,